All right. Welcome back to Dank Scott Traders App. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Please, I treasure that. Let me know where you're watching from, and if it is your first time here, of course, as usual, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button if you love the content, and if you feel like you don't want to miss this the next time, which is tomorrow. We'll be back here again tomorrow, but as of now, we need to analyze this thing today. The markets are open, so we are ready to jump into it. So those who have been with us for quite some time, you know the drill. We pray and then we get into the market. Father, we say thank you for today. We bless your name. Thank you that we are back here for yet another week, for yet another session, Lord. We know that you are about to do us good and even better than how you did last week. So we give you praise, we give you all the honor. And as we start today's session, we ask for your presence, we ask for your grace to be upon our lives. We ask for your favor, oh God, to overshadow us even as we make this money online. Thank you for the profits that we're about to make. Thank you for every market trade setup that we're about to see in the markets today. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed and believed. Amen and amen. All right, go ahead, guys. I'm waiting in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching from and what you're anticipating today in the markets. Those who trade Forex, welcome. Those who trade gold specifically, welcome. Those who trade synthetic indices, you are also welcome. So now let's jump into gold straight away. Gold. Gold. All right, so if it is your first time here, please, I repeat, hit that subscribe button. I love it when you do that. All right, so on Friday we wanted that move. I told you about that move to reach around that level, and then we drop. Look at that, look at what happened there. It did exactly how I anticipated and then dropped massively after that. You can see today morning started with that big drop, the pullback there, and then a drop. Yes, at first I wanted this pullback at least to give you an entry for the buys around there. It did not. It actually failed to break that level. You can clearly see this is a M15 time frame. So it did fail to break that level, and what came next was a buy move to mitigate that level. You can clearly see there is an M15 order block is right there. So price came to that. It did not come to the M5, it came to that. You can clearly see that order block right there. That's where price came back to. I already have it here. So this was the M5, this was the M5 around there. So the M15 is this one right there. Price came to that order block, touched it, just touched it, and dropped down. You can clearly see this move here, touched the order block and then dropped massively down. So now what are we going to see here? Let's now first delete all these, because now we need to see what is about to happen. We need to see what is about to happen. Let's delete all that. Delete this. And now let's go to daily time frame. So you can clearly see what was happening. First delete that. We still want a pullback all the way there. That is on H4, of course. I'm gonna maintain this for now. If I go to H4, you will see that we need price to come to this order block of H4 because that is a that is a valid order block according to H4, but also we have a fair value gap on H4. So we have two pullback levels that are likely to come through for us. So right about now, as we speak, the one that we are eyeing, price has now reacted to this 4650 level. Price is reacting on that 460 level. Price has reacted to that 460 level in the pullback move, and that 460 level seems to be legit for us to actually anticipate buys from now, from where we are currently. So this move is what we are currently seeing, but we have not yet seen price drop to mitigate this fair value gap. Now I want to show you something, that in due course, as it was dropping, it gave us a change of character according to H4 right about there, which shows us that trend is changing. You can see the rejection there, up there from sellers, rejection there from sellers, now broke that higher low to give us a change of character, which is a signal for market structure shift. So now we know that any time from now, this can be actually solid. This can be a solid signal for us to wait on, with a drop, with a big massive drop into sells. Now, having seen this, I'm inclined to do this. Right about there, like that, something like that, and wait. I'm inclined to do this. This is gonna be right about there, like that, like this. Why am I inclined to do this? Because of what I've just seen. Because of what I've just seen on H1. This is a change of character right here, right there. Change of character right there. Price breaking that level. High, low, high there, then drops to give us a change of character. Now price has now reached that point of 4650. Now it has started to give us a pullback. This pullback, we are going to be surprised. We are not actually surprised about it, because it's gonna be about M15. So this pullback is just a move to mitigate this kind of a level where this drop started from. Once we have that, then price is likely to drop massively to mitigate this fair value gap right here, which is the H4 fair value gap, by the way. Let's go back a little bit. This is the H4 fair value gap right about there, and once we have it, then we know we can come in strongly with buys to break that support, that strong support above, resistance above there, or that strong support there, that strong resistance there, or drop to this order block on H4 according to H4 there. So this is something that I'm anticipating. I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting patiently, because this is likely to be one of those good days in the week for us to make some money, good money on gold today. So as of now, can we make some buy moves? Let's go back to M15. Yeah, M15 is looking for buys, but can we enter some buys? Let's go to M5. We may not. So for me to enter buys, I may wait for this move. Right about there to confirm my entry of this kind of a buy, move to take me up there. I may enter there and close for me for first TP there. Scalpers, take your TPs on these levels, on that level. That is where I might take off. I might wait for TP to be. So what can I do? Sales are on. M1, if you want to see that we are selling, M1 is actually selling. It's gonna drop even later. It's gonna drop again. To that level. So for now, yeah, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be waiting to make my buy move all the way from here. Now this is what we call SMC. Why am I saying this? Look at this. This was our change of character on M1 to give us an uptrend. Continued with that, and then now when it reached there, it has given us a double top right about there on M1. Look at that. Look at this. This is a double top, and then later we see a change of character to the downside. And now this move that is happening currently is to mitigate this order block and to confirm the reversal signal, to confirm this reversal on M5, and of course it will be also on M1. But as of now, M1 is not yet ready to engage. It's likely to give us some other move like that, or even around there, before we can drop massively. So scalpers who trade M1, I may wait for the sell move from there to drop here. Scalpers M1, this would be my move, my entry of sell, a sell entry from there to drop all the way here, or immediately when it breaks this to drop down. That's it. I hope you guys have had a great time, knowing that we are going to be waiting for swing traders and intraday traders. We are actually going to be waiting for something like this. We are going to be waiting for this kind of a move, a buy there. That will be a good move. Then we may also wait for New York to give us a sell. In the London session that we are in currently, we are going to be anticipating that kind of a move to reach all the way there, which will be on M15 and M5. So that's it. Let me leave this on M1 because I may enter some trades on M1 as a scalper. That's it. That's enough on gold. Let's now talk about Boom 1000. Let's now talk about Boom 1000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Boom 1000. We saw it on Friday. Take us out. The signal was on point, but the entry was poor. It played games and took us out. Immediately when it broke that level, we made our entries. We made our sell entries. Let me show it to you there. When it broke this level, we immediately entered our sells. We wanted our sells to come to this level only. That was our short trade on Boom 1000, and we were taken out right about there. And after taking us out, it started to drop to hit our target, and then continue. Actually, after that, consolidated on Saturday, and then Sunday continued to drop once again. So we made a loss that we need to recover on Boom 1000. And one thing that we've noticed is if this one taught us any lesson on Friday, is to always wait for a pullback after the breakout of any support level. with Boom 1000. Boom 1000 is not like V75 that can actually continue immediately after the breakout of a support or resistance. So this one needs a pullback, like how you see this one right there. That was a breakout, then a pullback, and then a continuation of sell. We did not wait for that. We actually wanted to enter a second entry after pullback on Friday, but we did not do that. So we made a loss on Boom 1000 on Friday that we need to recover from. All right, let's now talk about today. Enough for Friday, let's talk about today. So according to daily time frame there, what are we seeing? We see a break of structure, which is quite crazy. This is a break of structure right there. That is our lower low right here, a lower high. Now we have a new lower low right here, and that day, yesterday's candle closed below the previous lower low, which makes it a break of structure. Okay, so now let's talk about something. Let's understand it. We wanted buys, of course, according to daily time frame. We've been waiting for buys. That's the signal that's coming from there. Even if you go to weekly time frame, you'll be able to see that we were at that order block. That's why we were considering looking for buys than sells, and the week started yesterday, and that's why even yesterday closed as a drop, a big drop, giving us a break of structure on daily time frame. So today's candle, let's talk about today. Today's candle has started as a drop for sales, but now we see that buyers came in strongly, and we have a week right there which shows rejection coming in from buyers. What does that tell us? Is this gonna be a fake break of structure, or it's not gonna be that? We cannot tell until we have a market structure shift on H4. If we see a market structure shift like this one we had here, then we will know, then we will know actually buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in strongly, that the trend is changing, just like we need on daily time frame and weekly time frame. So according to H4, we now wait for market structure shift. Now if I go to H1, we already want buys. Clearly you can see that we already want buys. H4 we want buys, H1 we want buys, M30 we want buys, M15 on the other hand, we even have a change of character, which is considered as a market structure shift signal right about there. You can see that. So this was our lower low, lower high, then price dropped a little bit, came and broke that previous lower high to give us a change of character, and now if you want to know what will happen next, is price may come to this same level right here. It can easily come to that order block, or to down below here to confirm this change of character, to give us more to give us a better opportunity to enter buys. It can easily come to react to these levels. So if price does that and comes there, reacts there, then you may get an entry of the buys, or it may come all the way to this other one to get an opportunity to enter buys. Now what am I gonna do? I'm actually going to be patient. I may enter scalpers, I may enter sells on M5 if price fails to break something like that, to break that level. We may get an opportunity to enter some short sales, which will be based on M5. Which will be based on M5. This will be just a pullback, but I want to wait until this signal also reacts to that pullback level of CCI. So for now, it's a no-go. New H4 is about to start. The new H4 is about to start at 11, which is remaining with only 2 minutes for the new H4 to start, which means once we have an opportunity, we will be making our entries to sell this, to enter this sell move to drop all the way to either here or there and make our profits, which will be scalping. Nothing like swing and what have you. This will be scalp money. Within a few minutes, there may be an hour or 30 minutes, you can be out of the market just like that, knowing that you have enough money already and you've hit your target. All right, so guys, this is it. This is what I'm looking at. I see this conference area right here. I don't know if price will be actually considering to first get up there, but if it does, still the move stays the same, it will have to look for this very drop. So you need to understand that if it does break here, then it's gonna just go to that level and then the move will stay the same. The move will stay the same like that. The move will stay the same. Now, why one may ask, why am I also considering that above? Because that area looking to the left is a conference area. Price can try to come around there to react on that level before it actually drops down. So it can, as a new H4 starts, it can just spike to take all the early stop losses of the early sellers around here who will be having their stop losses around here, and then mitigate that level and then drop massively, now to give us a better entry at buying this asset later. So understand that all this is smart money. You need to know how the smart money guys operate, how they do their things. So there are a lot of traders right here. You can see those who entered this sell move here, those who entered from there, and they all have their stop losses above here. So price, don't be surprised if you see some big shoot to just go through that and then later start to drop, probably towards the end of the next hour. It starts to drop, to stabilize and drop massively to these levels. That's it. Enough of all this. Let's now head over to V75. Please guys, I hope you are ready with your assets, the assets that you want us to analyze later. After we analyze V75, you need to send them in if there is any asset that you wish us to analyze and add it right now. Remember, those are bonus assets. We will not follow them. We will just keep analyzing them if you suggest them in the comment section. All right, so right about now, before I go to V75, I want to revisit gold and see. Okay, gold is still playing games. It's not, in fact, scalpers, you have an opportunity to enter this buy move. If it goes above our 10 MA, you have an opportunity to enter that buy move to reach there, because M1 is still looking for some buys. M1 is still looking for some buys. So if it does that, you can also make your entry, but if it fails, then it will drop all the way to this order block. Yeah, so that's it guys. Let's now head over to V75. All right, so V75, okay, that is a robot trading. V75 took us out. Yeah, our two trades on Friday were taken out. One was of Boom 1000, another one was of V75. We entered our buys there. This was a manual trade, not okay, this is Saturday, it's not here. This is Saturday. Let's go to Friday. This is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. So our buy entry, look at where it took us out from. we entered our buys right here. We entered our buys right here. We had our stop loss there. So wait, what's this Friday? Why am I not seeing? Oh yes, yeah, this was, what is happening? Why am I not seeing the entry? Is it on another account? Because I don't see this. Oh, this seems to be the bot trading here. This losses seems to be for the bot. This one seems to be for the bot. I don't know what is happening. I don't see the trade I made on Friday, because we are looking for the buy. It first came and took us out here. What I remember, it first came and took us out here, and then later got back into the very move that we wanted in the first place of the buy. Remember, our anticipation was price to come from that level, mitigate that order block, and then drop down for more sales. Yes, this pullback happened, but then it did not reach our level or our point of interest. Let's now look at that. Please don't mind about this trade already. This is an EA trade. I can just remove it actually for now so that it doesn't confuse you. So this is where we were taken out on Friday, and we wanted a pullback around that level, and it decided to actually react to this. If you can clearly see that, it decided to react to that one, and now we have a drop. This drop is gonna be, we're gonna be anticipating it to come all the way, looking at H4. Let me show you that it's gonna be coming all the way to this other order block. In fact, it is according to daily time frame. Yeah, pull back there, then we drop massively to this other daily order block. But as of now, we are clearly seeing sellers coming in strong. The previous 2H4 candles already show you that we have enough momentum of sellers coming in. So now we can delete this. I want to delete this one right about here. I also want to delete that. That was an H4 order block where price did not reach. In fact, price never reached it. Will it reach it? Let's first leave it for now. This is H1. Let me look for the M15 one so that I can understand properly. This is the M15 order block right about there where price actually reacted on. And now what are we having? According to M15, we need sales. According to M30, we need buys. H1, we need buys. So this tells me what I need to know. The price is not yet ready. Price may actually first do that before we see this drop. So what do we do now? Remember, that is the H4 order block. So what do we do? I'm seeing a resistance. Let me zoom in and I show it to you right here. This resistance trend line right there, I see that. I also see price sort of giving me something like that. Now this is now understanding my ranges, understanding what price is actually doing, the structure that price is giving me, and this becomes a pennant in the market. This becomes a pennant in the market, and this clearly shows us that we are going to continue with the buys. This pennant clearly shows you that we are still very bullish. We are going to be continuing with the buys. So why are we not looking at buys on M? Okay, we are actually looking for buys on M15. So we are actually going to look for buys on M15. Can I enter now? I believe so. Since the new H4 has started, we are in with 8 minutes so far. New H4 has started. The previous one closed as an indecision kind of candle. You can clearly see that. So this M15 one, I kind of want it to close above my 10 MA so that I can enter. Yeah, I'm gonna make this entry right here for the buy. I'm gonna be making this buy entry once this candle closes. So right now I'm gonna wait for that candle to close. I'm gonna wait for this M15 candle to close. We still have about 6 minutes for that M15 candle to close. Yeah, that's it. According to M1, if I want to have a sniper entry, according to M1, I may wait for price to pull back to this level. If I want to have a very tight sniper entry, according to M1, price may have to first react here before I can make this entry. And I'm seeing already a resistance there, so that means price is actually gonna come around there to give me a very better entry for the buys. So for now, I'm gonna be holding and waiting. Please, if you're right here and it is your first time here, I don't know if you will ever see us again. So if you want to see us again as we analyze live, this is live market, you can hit that subscribe button, and of course still hit the thumbs up button to like us if you want to. It's no wahala. If you don't need to, no stress, no hard feelings. But if you still want to see us around, go ahead and hit that like button and the subscribe button, and we'll be back here of course tomorrow. We trade every day Monday to Friday at this very time, 10:30 East African time to 11:30 East African time, AM, not PM. All right. And of course, if you have any other asset that you feel like we should analyze, because this is our last asset of the 3 assets that we focus on a daily basis. We focus on gold, we focus on Boom 1000, and we focus also on V75. So if you have another asset that you feel like we should analyze right now as a bonus asset, please jot it into that comment section. I'll be getting into it the moment we finish this V75 asset. So as we are waiting on this move that we need on V75, I'm gonna go back to M1 of gold. That sniper that I told you about is happening. I'm far from it. I cannot enter it now. It has already gone. I told you that scalpers can also enter that kind of a buy to get up to that level or there before we can drop in with this sell to mitigate this other order block on M5 and M15. So you can clearly see that those who were here when I was analyzing gold, I believe scalpers, you are in some good money already, because that's what we discussed. Look at that. So sellers are gonna come around there to drop us all the way to this level. So if you missed the buy entry there, you can wait for the sell, which is likely to come around this level right here, this one right here, this one right there, right about there, or yeah, that one, because the rest of these are all mitigated, unless if it tries to look for some stop losses above there of the early sellers. Yeah, unless if it does that, then yeah. But for now, this is a very right order block to give us the sells according to M1 on gold. On gold, this is not V75, this is gold now. This is the right level to give us the sell move. The next one, which is for smart money guys, if they feel like there are a lot of stop losses above there, that is where they are going to mitigate from right about there, like that. Mitigate the stop losses of the early sellers, and then later drop massively to that level. It can happen, but you have to be patient. If you don't see any confirmation, if you see confirmations of entering sales here, then you enter. If you don't see any confirmations, you wait, because it might drop all the way up there. Be knowing that, so that you don't make any weird decisions that you don't need to do. All right, so look at that, what I told you in here, or those who are on Boom 1000, I also told you that above here we have stop losses of the early sellers on this level, and I told you price can eventually first look for those stop losses before we actually get to see some sells, which will be a pullback on M5 and M15 to give us better entries of buy according to H4 and even H1. So for us right now, we have to wait for momentum of sellers to be ready as we wait for our sales. So the stop losses have been already now taken. We can wait to see if it is actually going to give us a reaction that on that conference area. Then we can come with it with this kind of a drop. That is boom 1000 V75. We are waiting for this drop. Until then, there's no business, as I'm still waiting for you guys to actually share the assets that you feel like we can analyze as bonus assets. So you guys, I'm just waiting on you. I'm just waiting on you to share your assets, the assets that you trade. Me, I trade these three. As you can clearly see, these are the very assets you guys voted for when we made a poll on our WhatsApp channel. By the way, if you're not part of the WhatsApp channel, go into the description of this live stream. You'll be able to see a link, copy it, and just, it will take you to our WhatsApp community channel and be part of it. All right, so this is scalpers. I believe you can enter if you want a sell, which will take for like 10 or less minutes to hit this level, and then we come in with buys. I wanted to wait for the buy move, but seems to be taking so long. So yeah, for now we can be waiting because I still have some good minutes. So if you guys are not yet ready to and not sending in your assets, then I'll still stick to these same assets. I'll be still sticking to these same assets that we are actually analyzing right now. So V75 scalper move, scalp sell move on M1 to reach there, and then we get in with buys, which will be according to M15 to take us all the way up there. So just a matter of being patient with the market. Look at M1, it has now hit on gold, it has now hit our target right there. Look at that. That was a good move. That was a good move. I hope you guys who scalp gold, you were able to make that money. I missed it. I was supposed to enter the moment it actually failed to break this level. The moment it actually failed to break that level, it gave us a triple bottom, which is a signal for a reversal on M1 right there. This was a triple bottom right there on that support level on M1. So now it is dropping. It is dropping. This is so weird. I can analyze this. If I was doing a 247 analysis, I would keep on analyzing this. Like now it would do something like this now according to M1, what I'm seeing, and then it does that, and then we come in with the sell. That is how it can easily be. That is how it can easily actually be right there. That is something that I can work with right there, because from here it's gonna drop to this order block. Why? We have a change of character here, so it can easily drop down here, and then those who miss to enter their scalp move from here, they can enter it from here to take us to that strong high where this very drop started from, and then we also come in with another drop massively to get us down. So let's wait and see what comes around. All right, we go back to boom 1000. Okay, stop losses are taken, which is a good thing. So if it goes below my 10 MA, I can also come in with my sells right there. If it goes below my 10 MA on M5, I will be making my sell move, which will be a sell to drop all the way here, as my first TP, second TP down below. That is on boom 1000. V75, yeah, I think now scalpers have an entry to enter if this candle closes below 10 MA on M1. Those who love scalping V75, I've never scalped V75 because this is a short trade. Look at this, from there to here, this is so weird. I don't normally do this kind of trades on V75. I normally do these, I can do these on gold but not on V75. But yeah, that would be some kind of an entry there for scalpers. Now a sell to here, it's now confirmed. I don't think it's gonna go again up there to mitigate this level right there. I don't think it's gonna go. Then all I need are buys. That's all I'm waiting for, price to come back here. If it does come back here, this is where I want to make my buys from. But if it makes a breakout here, this is also another way to make your entries right once it breaks that level. So for now, no business. All right, you clearly see what I was telling you about on gold. You now clearly see what I was telling you about on gold. So it is doing this drop now, like I told you, from there to drop here. So it is doing that drop. Yeah, so yeah, things are happening. It's good to understand the strategy. If you want to learn more of this, of my strategy, the SMC, the way I trade SMC, then you can come around and be part of our mentorship program. The details are on your screen right now to be part of the mentorship program, and let us understand smart money in detail. All right, let's go. V75 boom 1000. V75 is getting ready. This is gonna be a good trade. All these are gonna be good trades. Today we are here to recover the losses of Friday, but also to make some good money for the case of VIP subscribers. Yeah, we are here to recover and of course to make some money. Now that gold has closed up with that kind of high momentum buy candle, so it's gonna go there. I don't think it's gonna drop now. It's gonna go there. That was a good momentum move. That candle there, the way it closed, it was a good momentum move. So let's wait and see. If it reacts there and fails to break that level, we drop in with sells to reach here. Scalpers, this will be a good move for me to get in on, and then as we wait for buys later today. Look at that. We need it to be below our 10 MA. In fact, if it fails to give us a new higher high on M1, that will be your signal to have a sniper sell entry according to M1 and M5. V75, yeah, we are selling, but this is weird now. I see something weird. It's giving us a flag, some sort of like a flag right there. That is weird. That's weird. That's weird. If it is giving us a flag, it means it's still bullish. Yes, of course we need buys on M15 and whatever, but then I was not expecting that on M1. I wanted this drop first before we actually are ready to buy. So let's wait and see. It's having a flag. It's playing within a flag right now as we speak. So yeah. It's playing within a flag right there. It's gonna drop again to this level, and we know after that it will be giving us this very move at a later stage within the flag. So it will break that. Once it breaks that, then you know you can wait probably for a little pullback, then you can make your buy moves. All right, so we still have 5 minutes. So I guess today we don't have any bonus asset, so we wait. Probably tomorrow you guys will be able to share some of the bonus assets that you want us to analyze, and then we'll analyze those. But as of today, time has already gone for any bonus asset already. We only have 5 minutes remaining. I don't want to analyze any new asset right now. So right now we wait for these ones to come around. So clearly, like I told you, it's likely not to come again. So that move is what is happening now. It's what is happening. So if it is not coming here, so it's gonna give us a good sell move from that level. Look at this. It's reacting to that level. In fact, you can have it from there. That is a support, a resistance right there according to M1. Price is failing to break it, but it's gonna break it somehow. It's gonna break it to look for stop losses around here. Somehow I feel like it's likely to break it. Yeah, it is gonna break it. It is going to break it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it a day. If you still are here, I appreciate you for being around and for coming to this analysis session. Those who are on VIP I'll be sharing with you with the signals when they mature, and we get in on these trades that we are waiting on today, knowing that where we started from, according to, let's start our recap, knowing that according to gold, what we need today is this buy move. According to M15, we need this buy move for intraday traders and scalpers. Intraday traders and scalpers, we need that buy move. Now this buy move can easily start from where we are, because according to M15 it seems to have mitigated that level right there. You can clearly see this is the order block of M15 and price has touched that order block. So it means if it breaks that level, this will be a change of character. But we want price to come again to this level, which will be M5, for us to get in with our buy moves. So until then, we don't have any business with this asset for now. We need to enter our buys from there. All right, so having said that, we already know that H4, of course, we will need to sell, but this pullback is just to return to a level that like that, which is an order block, and then we drop massively for sells later on. We have an order block here, remember that that is an order block right there on H4, and we already have a change of character right here, right there. So we know the general momentum or the general trend now according to H4 is a downtrend, but we are looking for a pullback on time frames like H1, M30 and M15 to first mitigate that level, and then we drop massively for sales. That's why we are specifically looking for this kind of a move right about there, a move to take us to that level, and we can think of sales later along. So for now, you clearly see that we are still waiting. Look at that now move. Remember, if it makes any mistake to come to this level, we are on for the buys. If it reacts around this level, we will be on for the buys. If you're on M1 and it reacts to this level, you are on for our buys again, because it can easily come to that level and give us a buy to mitigate their stop losses above here. So for now, that's it. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what we are looking on as far as gold is concerned. All right, so we also analyzed boom, and I told you we are going to be focusing on buys today as intraday traders and swing traders. We are going to be focusing on buys today, but only when buys drop to the levels like here and there according to M15. Why? Because H4 has started to look for buys, but we cannot enter buys according to H4 because the change of character, the market structure shift is not yet confirmed. That's why we want to have a confirmation on lower time frame, then we can enter when it is going to confirm the H4 one. That is our strategy. That is our move today, to enter buys when price reacts to there or there for the buy move. But for us who are able to get a perfect pullback move of this kind of a sell when it is dropping to the levels of interest for buy moves, we can, if we get a perfect entry on probably M1 as it drops back and fails to break that level, we can easily make that sell move to move with it as it is looking to mitigate these levels on M15 to give us proper entry for buys. So that is also an option for scalpers and even intraday traders. That can be an option for us to make that money as it is pulling back, that is giving us that pullback to confirm the buy move down below here. That is on boom 1000. Then we also analyzed V75. Our focus today on V75 is buys, purely buys. Why? Because we have a pennant right here on H4 and of course H1. We have a pennant, and you clearly see the reason why we need a pennant. Price did not mitigate that H4 order block. So the move that is going to be coming from here to there is going to be mitigating that H4 order block, and then from there we drop again for the sells, because according to daily time frame and H4 we still need sells. To mitigate this daily order block right here before we can come in strongly with buys according to weekly time frame. So according to M5, all we need is a drop here or a breakout there for us to enter buys. For now, nothing has happened. I can't enter any buys. Price is above my 10 MA, which is a good thing. I can decide to enter now, but that means I'll be risking a lot. That means I'll be having a big stop loss all the way here. What I can do, but why not? Why can't we enter now? Okay, M5 is risky. That's a problem. But according to this, we have a breakout. If we have a breakout on this flag on M1, I think I have my entry. So this is my first entry for today. This is my first entry for today. My stop loss is gonna be here. My first entry for today. My first entry for today is this one right here, and I'm gonna be having my stop loss below here. That is going to be my stop loss right here. This is on M1. On M15 it will look like that, and my TP is gonna be my first TP is gonna be here on that previous high right there. That is gonna be my first TP, and my second TP will be all the way there. Don't mind about this, the bot is already looking for sales, but for us we are looking for buys. So don't be confused by this. Know that we are looking for buys according to M15 and M5. We are now in for our buys. So that's it, guys. Let's meet tomorrow again, same time, 10:30 to 11:30 East African time. Have a lovely day, and bye bye.